Mission Reconcile is
Mission Reconcile is
Mission Reconcile is a faith-based racial reconciliation nonprofit dedicated to bringing together predominantly single-race churches to talk about race, racism, and the church.
we are really about bringing people together, and Mission Reconcile really starts, our whole ethos is that it starts with a conversation. So it is about bringing people together that may not be talking right now, and hopefully through facilitated conversations, relationships are formed.
Mission Reconcile was birthed to just really be a mustard seed for churches, particularly predominantly single-race churches, because we're still in a homogenous state where we have churches who are single-race, we have churches who are not engaging in the conversation, even if they are diverse in the conversations around race and racism. And so what does that look like to merge our faiths, as well as these courageous conversations about race, racism, and really take action with our faith?
First, I just wanted to welcome you and thank you for joining Mission Reconcile as we go on this journey of racial reconciliation in the church.
I think it's important because you got to have the heart to want to see a change and make a change. And the only way to do that is to put forth an effort. And so in order for this to put a change and be a change, you got to be able to know what direction that God is putting you in and which way He wants you to go.
We can look throughout history, you know, the history of this country for 400 years, all the way up to just this past spring, and we see that the division, the racial division in our country, is not healing, and there's a responsibility of the church, I think, to have a voice in work of reconciliation.
They're important because they help us come together as one. They help us to realize that we have one common goal, and that's to bring the body of Christ together and not to be separate. We've been separate for so long, and the church is the most segregated place in the world. So it helps us to be one body of Christ.
It's past time for a conversation.
I think it's long past time that we sit and talk.
People aren't talking to each other.
I think the events over the last year in this country have caused what many have called, these are not my words, a great awakening. I think there's an understanding on a great part of many people in this country that it's long past time that we resolve issues of race and racism and lack of opportunity and discrimination and prejudice that cloud our society. So yes, I think it is time that we have these honest conversations.
Yo, we got a black man in the White House. Everything's fine now. But body cam and cell phone footage, and I can't breathe.
I believe that the church and people of faith is where this conversation not only has to start, but also has to be the leading voice.
It's about coming together.
If we are the church, we need to get outside of these four walls, and we need to be in our community making a difference.
We're each other's neighbors, the ones you encounter every day. We have to love each other because guess what? It's in our heart.
We see each other in the library. We see each other walking down the street. We see each other every day. But we don't know each other. And thanks be to God, we have Mission Reconcile, helping us, resourcing us, forcing us to have conversations that we might not have had at the Pig or in Publix or at Aldi's. They have asked us to start with the gospel of resurrection. They've asked us to be urged on by the love of Christ to explore what it means to be reconcilers.